Hey, what's up, guys? JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is my Smackdown live review here tonight for September the 5th, 2017. I must admit, tonight's Smackdown was a good show. It was a good show. I liked it tonight. SmackDown still has a long way before it gets back to what it was last year. But SmackDown, I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's because I'm sick. Because I feel sick as shit right now. So this is going to be a very lackluster review tonight. If this review goes past 20 minutes, I will be shocked. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave me a thumbs up like that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like Facebook page, where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family and come and join the JD Venom Nation on YouTube. Just so you guys know, episodes 1 through 5 of the Mae Young Classic is up live on the channel right now. I uploaded episode 5 several hours ago. Go check out that video afterwards. Raw review from last night. I got the Gainer podcast from this past week. Got Call of Duty World War II gameplay. Got some more gameplays coming up for you this week as well. Letting you guys know right now, I told you guys this on an update last week. Work situation beginning tomorrow. I will start working from 3 p.m. to 12. So thus, there will be no NXT reviews. There will still be the Gainer podcast. And for the next up and coming 4 weeks, I'm saying 4 weeks, there will be no Raw or SmackDown live reviews. But you know, I'm kind of pissed off because next week's supposed to be a good show. We found out that Mr. McMahon, when my job decides to change my work schedule, Mr. McMahon is gonna be back on TV this up and coming SmackDown next week. We're gonna see Vinnie Mac, and he is there for a very, very good reason. We will be talking about that in just a moment. But like I said, guys, tonight's SmackDown I enjoyed. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm the minor. I don't know if it's because I'm sick. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of that, but I like tonight's SmackDown. Now, another thing here as well, you know, again, I really, really hope that this is going to be something that we're going to be seeing week in and week out, all the way up till Hell in a Cell. But they're starting to build up to Hell in a Cell. We have a few matches in place, the potential matches that could be in place for Hell in a Cell. But let's go over the review. Let's see here. Alrighty, Jesus Christ, man. Alright, here we go. So tonight's SmackDown opened up. They're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And it sounded like it tonight. These fans didn't know what the fuck was going on. They were cheering for Randy Orton. They didn't know who Shinsuke Nakamura was. It's just pathetic. It's just pathetic in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on in Sioux Falls. I mean, I know the town's very small. They probably have maybe 3 McDonald's, but you know, I mean, hey, you know, I mean, these fans, I guess they just like their casual wrestling. But being that as it may, you know, we see Corey Graves. He is now on the SmackDown commentary table, who did a great job tonight. I guess that's why I enjoy SmackDown a little bit more, because Corey Graves knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's not JBL. Speaking of Corey Graves, he will no longer be on 205 Live. I just found out, as I just went live, Nigel McGuinness is on 205 Live now. I want to watch 205 this week, just so I can see how Nigel McGuinness does on commentary. But we start the beginning of the show. We cut backstage to Randy Orton. He says Shinsuke Nakamura is a star, but wonders if he will rise or fall. Last week's RKO was to send a message to Nakamura and to remind him that no one will stand in Orton's way of taking the WWE title from Jinder Mahal. We cut to another area backstage where Nakamura cuts his promo, and he says Orton knows how to inflict pain out of nowhere, but he's chasing his destiny, the WWE title. Who's Nakamura? Nakamura thinks he's Del Rio or something. It is my destiny to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Abate de Rio. Siempre. Or whatever the fuck he used to say in Spanish. But anyway, Nakamura says he says the pain he inflicts on the Viper will be felt everywhere. So tonight's SmackDown here with Carmella in the ring with James Ellsworth. Ellsworth begins grand introduction for Carmella, but as he was, finishing the introduction, Kevin Owens' music hits, comes out to the ring. He asks the referee because he wanted to referee Carmella versus Natalya's match. Okay, and I thought this was fucking funny. I thought it was hilarious. It was a good way to start off the show. I was kind of thinking at first, like, oh no, not Kevin Owens again. I love Kevin Owens, but just seeing him interrupt every single week at this point is getting a little bit old to me. But tonight, I don't mind it because Kevin Owens, was so good tonight that I take back everything I just said because he was that good tonight. But at my first indication, I was like, oh man, come on. I know he's interrupting again. Come on. Like, this is starting to get a little bit old. But he made it up immediately. When something gets old with Kevin Owens or something gets old with Chris Jericho, or when something gets old with a star that knows the audience, they will immediately change that. So I'm glad that Kevin Owens, with him coming out, being booked the way that he is coming out, he made the best of the situation. Owens tells the referee to take off his jersey and hand it over. Shane McMahon music hits. Shane comes into the ring, greets the crowd, and says he is here to shut this down before it gets started. Carmella and Ellsworth end up leaving the ring. We'll talk about them in a little bit as well, because Carmella and Ellsworth, what the fuck? What the fuck did I see tonight with Carmella and Ellsworth? We'll be talking about that in just a moment. Shane says Owens has been so defiant with him, and one thing they have to get very clear. Owens stares down at Shane and mocks him. Shane stops speaking and the fans chant for him. Shane says Owens needs to stop blaming Shane for his losses. Owens and Shane argue back and forth. Owens says he knows Shane didn't want him on SmackDown Live, and if he had his way, he will still be on Raw right now. Shane's wonder if that's because Triple H single-handedly handed him the WWE Universal title. Good little line there by Shane. Shane says that that's not how it works on SmackDown, as everyone has to earn their success here. Shane tells Owens to blame himself for not being successful, not Shane. Owens refuses to admit Shane's not to blame for him not having the WWE United States title right now. Owens goes on and accuses Shane of having daddy issues. He also mentions his kids. Shane says, never mention my kids again, and we'll be touching about that in just a second. Owens goes on and says Shane's entire family will have better off if Shane have not survived the recent helicopter crash. Holy shit. They went there. That's basically like CM Punk saying, this company will be better after Vince McMahon is dead. What's with heels, that has great mic skills, wanting the McMahon's dead? I don't fucking understand it. Can someone fucking tell me? Is there like a hidden rule that if you're a heel that you gotta bash the McMahons and you want them dead? I don't know. But that line from Owens, that kind of, I was like, okay. I wasn't with this. I was with this one for a little bit, but now it picked up. It picked up a little bit with this promo. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm sick, so if this is a lackluster review, I do apologize. So Owens says, and goes on and says, that Shane's entire family will be better off if he did not survive the helicopter crash. His whole family, his dad, his wife, and especially his kids. That set Shane off. He knocks Owens in the face. Shane attacks Owens as they brought to the floor. Shane works over on Owens, tumbling over the announce table. Officials are out to try to break up the fight as the crowd pops. Dan Bryan comes out. Big yes chant starts. Shane regains his composure and walks away as Bryan shakes his head. Fans chant for Shane, and we go to a commercial break. Great, hot opening segment. I wasn't with it at first. As soon as they cut the promo, I got with it. I understood it. And now I realize this match it may happen at Hell in a Cell. Because usually they need to have 2 Hell in a Cell matches. One's going to be Nakamura and Jinder Mahal. And if you're watching me right now, you didn't know Shinsuke Nakamura won. Well, fuck you, because you shouldn't be watching my review anyway. If I spoiled you. You came here for the fucking news and my thoughts, okay? That's what you came here for. Secondly, I believe that second Hell in a Cell match will be Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. Like I said, I will hold this off until Survivor Series. Have Team Owens versus Team McMahon. That's me personally. But hey, this feud is going to be hot enough to actually warrant a Hell in a Cell match in today's WWE. Not, if this was back in the Attitude Era, this wouldn't be a Hell in a Cell match. This may be like a street fight. This may be a no disqualification match, but not necessarily a Hell in a Cell match. But in today's WWE, this is building up to actually be a Hell in a Cell match that will actually have, some base around it on why they actually be in Hell in a Cell. So, good segment to start off the show. We have more. Oh, God, we have more. If you see it in the title, you already know what happens. We have more, with Shane McMahon being suspended indefinitely. We'll be talking about that in a moment. So, we come back from a commercial break. And they show replays of what just happened. We go backstage to the referees helping Owens to the trainer's room. He falls down. Dan Bryan comes up and apologizes and says Shane was completely out of line. Owens agrees and says Shane couldn't help himself. Owens says Bryan better enjoy his job while he has it, because he's going to turn SmackDown into the Kevin Owens show, literally. Owens says he's going to sue Shane, WWE, and every member of the McMahon family. Owens is going to take the show down. And he's going to take WWE down as well. Owens says Shane will regret forever putting his hands on him. Bryan says there has to be another way to deal with this. Owens says Bryan is right. He's going to press criminal charges on Shane himself. Bryan walks off, and this is fucking funny. Owens tells the referee to shut up. I love the way he says shut up. Like, shut up, don't help me. It's like, oh, Kevin, we gotta get you to the back. We gotta get you to the medical room. Shut up! Love it. Such a fucking dick. He's like me. He's a fucking dick. Love it. But we got more coming on. But again, this was the main focus of the episode of this SmackDown Live. There were 2 things that they're focusing on: Owens and McMahon, that storyline, and the main event between Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton. Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura was the coming attraction for in-ring. Kevin Owens and McMahon was the attraction for the storyline. So they did 2 things here tonight. Gave us a good wrestling match at the very end. Even though we only had like 10 minutes of fucking wrestling up until then, almost. Up until AJ Styles. I'm sorry, not AJ Styles. Up until Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. But we'll be talking about that in just a moment. One thing to note, we only saw 3 women tonight on the SmackDown roster. We only saw Naomi, who was backstage. We saw, well, if you want to count Renee Young, I'm talking about actual women talent. We saw Naomi backstage, we saw Carmella, and we saw Natalya. We didn't see Becky Lynch. Charlotte is still, she's still working her way back, with her whole father, but she's been back with WWE now for at least a week and a half now. We didn't see anybody else, really. So, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on with the women right now? But hey, we'll be talking about that right now. As the next match here, the only women's match of the night, the only time the women actually got a some TV time here tonight, minus what I'll be talking about here with Carmella and James Ellsworth, but I'm talking about in-ring action. Carmella versus Natalya. My thing is that I never will understand why WWE, I don't know why WWE has this obsession with the Money in the Bank briefcase holder versus the champion. I never understood that. This is me. If I was the Money in the Bank briefcase holder and I have the champion in the ring, I will get the champion, in a vulnerable state. I'll knock him down. I'll do what I can. I'll hit him with a cheap shot, an elbow. I will get them on the canvas if we're having a sanctioned wrestling match. What I would do If I was the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, I will go outside, I will grab a weapon, I will grab a steel chair, and I'll just beat the living day out of the champion. Yes, I'm going to get disqualified. Obviously, I'm going to get disqualified. But hey, guess what I have? I have a Money in the Bank briefcase. I can cash this in right now and give myself a new match and become champion right there. See, these are the things that I think about that no one else thinks about that I want to bring to light to you guys. You know what I mean? How come they never done that before in WWE? I don't know. That makes too much sense, I guess. Well, fuck me gently with a chainsaw for making too much sense. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me. I don't know what you think about that. Let me know down in the comment section in this video once this is uploaded. I am on YouTube live right now. If you're watching this here live, thank you for coming out. Be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe. But being that as it may, Natalya ends up winning this particular match here with a distraction from James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth was trying to give the Money in the Bank briefcase. Or actually, wait, hold on. What the fuck did I do? Well, I'm missing something here. So Carmella was in control, in advantage of the match. Carmella kicks out at 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Carmella hits Natalya with the kick to the jaw for a 2 count. My notes are all fucked up here. Ellsworth gives the Money in the Bank briefcase to the referee, but Carmella throws a fit and says, no, she's not ready to cash in yet. So what they did here tonight was they tried to have her cash in the middle of the match instead of her actually doing the scenario that I did, which would make a lot more sense. She said she wasn't ready to cash in. Natalya takes advantage of the distraction, rolls up Carmella for the 1-2-3 pinfall. After the match, Natalya stands tall with the title. Ellsworth hangs his head in shame. After the replays, Ellsworth apologizes to Carmella, but she's not happy. Carmella takes the mic and says Ellsworth doesn't have to say he's sorry. He's sorry. He's the sorriest excuse for a human being she ever met. In fact, he's not even a human. And you know what? Like, that, whenever I hear that in wrestling, like, you're not even a human, I always think about Jim Ross. Is that a human? When Kane took off his mask for the first time back in fucking, 2002? Just great stuff. Just fucking great stuff when fucking, when JR, you know, when Kane took off his mask, RVD looks at him, and fucking JR's like, is that a human? Of course it's a fucking human, JR. I love Jim Ross, though. Just, you're never gonna get great commentary from Jim Ross like you did in the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Russian era. It's just great stuff. Is that a human? That's one of the most degrading things that you can ever say to anybody if they're that fucking ugly. If they're that fucking ugly, you'll say, is that human? Are you a fucking human? You're ugly as shit. You look like fucking dog semen mixed up with dog diarrhea. Ugh. Disgusting. Out of mental vision right now. Back to the review, though. Carmella goes off and says, you know, if he's even a human. Ellsworth begs her. Carmella calls him a genetic defect and doesn't need him to succeed. She wonders how he's still employed here. She calls him a charity case and says his mother should have given away at birth, which got a big pop out of the crowd. And Carmella got a good promo here. She did. She really did. I will have to admit. She's gotten better on her mic skills when she's cutting down on people like that. So that's good. But I think it's easier to cut promos like that too. So she says Ellsworth is even lucky to be in her present, and now he's put what he's supposed to be, his chin, in her business for the last time. Carmella says they are through. Ellsworth is getting emotional in the corner as Carmella drops the mic and leaves. We come back from commercial break and we talk, and they show about the whole pediatric cancer awareness month with Kind of Crusher this month. WWE, I didn't mention this last time, but they are wearing, t-shirts in support of that. So always good things to see from WWE when they're doing it. Despite if you think they're doing it as a publicity stunt or whatever, the fact of the matter is that they're still doing it, and that is very good for them. We come back to the ring. Dolph Ziggler's re-debut. Now, I heard positive things about this. I heard negative things about this. I'm in the form of negative about this. Reason being is because I love Dolph Ziggler. And I know Dolph Ziggler is one of the best wrestlers that the WWE has had within the past 7 years, I want to say, almost 10 years, in the past decade. One of the best wrestlers, okay? One of the most entertaining wrestlers as well. You know what I mean? Fucking guy could tell a story in the ring. Fucking guy was former world champion. Fucking guy was former Money in the Bank. You dropped the ball on him many, many times. Just because this guy got a concussion does not mean you have to take the title off of him and do a fucking, you know, a double turn with him and Del Rio. That is something I never, ever agree with. Ziggler always should have stayed a heel at that time. He should have stayed World Heavyweight Champion. I think he would have been better off. That's another story for another day. But he comes out. And Ziggler says the fans have no appreciation for what he can do in the ring. Now he was supposed to come out with a new gimmick tonight, and he kind of did that tonight too. But the fans have no appreciation for what he can do in the ring. Fans boo. Ziggler shames them and says they don't want him. Well, I can tell you who wants you. Ring of Honor, New Japan, PWG. They want Ziggler. I want to see Ziggler. Can you imagine a Dolph Ziggler versus Jay Lethal match? Can you imagine a Dolph Ziggler versus a Zack Sabre Jr. match? Can you imagine a Dolph Ziggler versus a Kazuchika Okada? Can you imagine a Dolph Ziggler versus a Tetsuya Naito? Can you imagine a Dolph Ziggler versus Kenny fucking Omega? I fucking can. Good God. Good God. I almost want Ziggler to be out of his contract. And Ziggler's supposed to be done with his contract in October. I think he's going to have a match against Bobby Roode. I think that may be his last match in WWE. Actually, I hope it's his last match in WWE. Because I'm one of the biggest Dolph Ziggler fans. I've been a Dolph Ziggler fan since SummerSlam 2009 when he lost to Rey Mysterio. I've been a fan since then. I've been a fan for over 8 years of this guy. Great talent. Underutilized. Very underutilized. And it's a shame that WWE never struck the iron when it was hot with Ziggler. And it pisses me off. But Ziggler says the fans have no appreciation for what he can do in the ring. Again, he shames them. He says that they'd rather just have some dumb gimmick. He goes to the back. Now, John Cena music hits, and I was like, what the fuck? Why would, like, I was kind of, you know, that was kind of stupid to me, but I am a mark too. I was like, why would Cena be here? So random. Why would Cena be there? Then you pan over and you still see Dolph Ziggler's Titantron. If they really want to tease us, they'll use the full John Cena package, but they didn't. Why? Because WWE just likes to say fuck you, that's why. You wanna be shocked? We're gonna fuck with your mind. So, as soon as I saw Ziggler's Titantron, I knew Ziggler was gonna come out. He came out with a hat, he came out with a fake towel, and he mocks John Cena with the never give up towel. Ziggler asked if that worked for them or not. He says he got something better, some nostalgia. The music hits, and it's Macho Man Randy Savage, and Ziggler came out in a shitty fucking robe. The robe was god-awful. Nothing that fucking Macho Man will wear. You know what I mean? Nothing that fucking ravishing Rick Rude will wear. This would be a fucking jobber from 1976 Mid-South. Okay? You know, this was a terrible robe that Ziggler came out. But he did come out with a fucking beautiful woman, though. That was supposed to represent Elizabeth. Not as beautiful as Elizabeth, but still a beautiful woman, nevertheless. Ziggler says fans usually go for the nostalgia crap, but it's not working tonight. He tells the woman to take the robe to the back. She's not needed here. Ziggler says he knows exactly what we want and what we deserve. He calls for the lights. The lights turn off, and he does Naomi's entrance. I laughed, but I laughed at the wrong reasons. I laughed on how ridiculous this is. I laughed on why is Dolph Ziggler being in his position? Why is Dolph Ziggler even being subjected to bullshit like this? Why? People thought it was actually funny. I got a chuckle, but again, I was laughing for the wrong reason. So he comes out as Naomi. Whoop-de-fucking-do. So he comes out, he slides on his knees. Ziggler says it has come to dumbass hand gestures, dancing like an idiot in costume. Ziggler says anybody can do these things. He just did, but no one can do what he does in the ring. And that's fucking true. I mean, I won't say no one, but, but a very small few people cannot do what he does in the ring. Ziggler says the fans couldn't care less, and guess what? He doesn't give a damn about them either. Fans booed, and that was the end of the segment. So there you go. Next segment was Aiden English versus Sami Zayn. Aiden English wins with a quick roll-up. I'm not pissed off that Sami Zayn lost tonight. I'm not even a Sami Zayn fan. Who would be a Sami Zayn fan? The reason why I have him in my display because I felt sorry for the guy. But I am not a Sami Zayn fan. You fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, I scaled back for a second. And I was thinking why WWE may have done this. I think WWE does. Call me crazy. Either if you made it this far in the review and you're watching this after the live review, put a hashtag crazy in the chat if you think I'm crazy, or a hashtag not crazy in the chat if you don't think I'm crazy about this statement. I think WWE put over Aiden English because of Aiden English's theme song on how bad it is that it's going to get him more natural heel heat. Call me crazy. I look at things like that. I overanalyze things. I listen to theme songs, to fucking, special nameplates. Aleister Black has a special nameplate. He's going to be over by itself. I said Elias. Oh, Elias has a special nameplate. Oh, man, they're going to push Elias. And look at Elias. He's becoming bigger and bigger by the week as it goes on. I'm thinking that, now, I'm not saying that they're going to push Aiden English, but what I am saying, they're putting him over because we can never hear his theme music unless he wins a match. Kind of like Elias Sampson. Elias Sampson is more talented than English, but I'm thinking that Aiden English won because his theme music is so bad that us at home will just be like, this guy fucking sucks. At least the casuals be. I'm thinking, what's the fuck up with this music? Because I'd be laughing at it. It's like, it sounds like a mixture of cats dying, farts, and shit. Okay, so that's Aiden English. Who gives a fuck about this match? You're fucking burying Sami Zayn. I'm pissed off about it. Go fuck yourself, WWE. Dan Bryan's backstage with New Day. New Day and the Usos are back there. There's going to be a street fight next week in Sin City. So that's going to be our tag team title match next week. Bryan has an important phone call. And Bryan says there has to be some other way from the person on the line. But the person says that he doesn't in the ring right now. Bryan looks concerned as we go to the commercial break. So this is the main, to me, this is the main part of the show right here. That I think the show did really, really good on, in my opinion. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why there's a little detractor here. But as far as storyline, as far as what they were doing, it worked out at the end. But to me, the way on how it was executed was kind of sloppy. So I come back from commercial break. Dan Bryan makes his way to the ring. Fans chant his name. Blah 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 blah. Bryan says he needs Shane to come out here right now. Shane ends up coming out into the ring with no music. Bryan asks Shane what was he thinking earlier. Shane says things obviously got a little out of control. Bryan recalls a Miz TV appearance when the Miz kept not Miz, it wasn't Miz TV, but this says Miz TV here from WrestlingInc.com. It is actually from Talking Smack when this actually happened. Recalls a Talking Smack appearance where the Miz came on there, kept talking to him about he'll never wrestle again. Bryan thought about saying screw WWE and screw the job and headbutting the Miz, but he didn't because Shane told him he needed to worry about what? Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay, it says headbutting Miz, but he did it because Shane told him what he needed to worry about. Bryan goes on and says Shane can't assault the employees. Now this is where I draw the line right here. if I'm not fucking mistaken, Brian just said Shane cannot insult the employees. Excuse me, isn't Shane the fucking commissioner? Does he have a higher rank than Brian? So why is Daniel Bryan bringing up this? Why is Daniel Bryan acting like he's in control of Shane McMahon? Ass backwards. Very ass backwards, okay? That's like me going to my boss and saying, you know what, hey, I don't like the way that, I don't like the way that our numbers are looking for the quarter this week. I don't like it. I'm saying that to my boss. Instead of my boss saying that to me. You know what I mean? That's like fucking like Donald Trump. You know what I mean? That's like Donald Trump, taking orders from the mayor of Chicago. I'm just throwing out, I don't know who the mayor of Chicago is. I don't live in Chicago, but that's like him taking orders from the mayor of Chicago. Hey, President Trump, the wall, I don't think it's gonna happen. You're not gonna make the wall happen. It's not gonna happen. The wall's a stupid idea. Don't do it. And it's like Donald Trump's like, okay, whatever you say. It's the same thing in this fucking situation. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, Brian says they can't run SmackDown like that. Shane agrees and knows he put Brian in a tough spot. He admits he should not have put his hands on Owens, but he says when someone talks about his family like that, he goes in a blind rage and there's no coming back from it. Shane says Brian is a father now and asks him to imagine if the shoe was on the other foot. Brian tells him not to throw that at him. He says they are facing so many legal issues right now, which is, I don't know how Kevin Owens could call his lawyer and the lawyer determines what kind of legal issues that there are within fucking 45 minutes of the show. I don't know. But Shane says he will talk to Kevin Owens and try to fix this and he'll try to smooth things over. Ryan says it's too late for that. He received a phone call from Shane's father, Vince McMahon, right before he came to the ring. Brian announces that effective immediately per the chairman of the board and the CEO, Shane is suspended indefinitely, of course, for fucking storyline purposes. Now, here's the thing. My thing is that there's one. Number one, how come Shane didn't dispute that? It's like, you're lying. Why my father, Shane just accepted it. He didn't fucking contest on what happened. Oh, if I were Ryan Shaw, I would have been like, you're lying. You're lying. There's no way my father called. How come my father didn't call me? And here's another thing. And it kind of now what we know what's gonna happen next week. I'm not gonna be so critical about it. But now, how come Vince McMahon was not there to tell Shane McMahon himself on why he got suspended? Or should suspend him himself? Why was Vince wasn't there? We're gonna see Vince next week. So they kind of made it up. But if Vince was not going to be there next week, I would be a lot more critical on this. But we're going to see Vince next week, and maybe he's going to explain the situation. Okay, I'm fine with it. Okay? But, so yeah. Fans boo. Brian leaves the ring. Shane looks surprised. And he, basically placed the mic on the mat, and we get a thank you, Shane chant. A thank you, Shane chant? Come on, Sioux Falls. Are you that fucking naive? He ain't going no fucking where. It's like when John Cena, lost. Oh, he didn't lose that Survivor Series, but basically, he fucking, Wade Barrett got pinned by Randy Orton, and it was such a confusing stipulation. If Randy Orton beats Wade Barrett, John Cena's fired from WWE at Survivor Series 2010. If Wade Barrett wins, John Cena is freed from the Nexus. And what happened? 2 weeks later, John Cena was back on TV, attacking the Nexus. Not even 2 weeks later, he was there the fucking next week. He was there the next night! Anyway, after that we get Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. I didn't really give a shit about this match. Baron Corbin wins. AJ Styles down there at ringside. Corbin stares down AJ. AJ steps away from the table and trash talks Corbin, holding up the title. We come back from commercial break. Ty Dillinger was backstage. He says the U.S. Open Challenge will only be open to Ty Dillinger next week, so they can give the fans what they want to see. Ty agrees and AJ wishes him good luck. One more thing in the match with Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin, a throat chop. I guess that's why AJ felt sorry for Ty Dillinger. Being as it may, who gives a fuck about Baron Corbin? He's dead. I'll put it to you this way. He's more dead than Michael Jackson. And I love MJ. I love the King of Pop. But that's how dead he is right now. His career's done. I don't give a shit what they're doing with him. His career is done in WWE. There's no way you can come back from that Money in the Bank briefcase fiasco. There's no way. None. Okay. We get a special video package of Bobby Roode. And he wasn't wrestling there tonight. Neither was the Fashion Files. We didn't get Fashion Files tonight. Now, here's the most fucking weird thing I've seen on WWE TV in a long time. In a long, long time. James Ellsworth is backstage. He's apologizing to Carmella. He says she was right, and he probably does belong in the zoo. He begs her for one more chance and says he will keep his mouth shut. He will do whatever she wants him to do. She says from now on, they will do things her way. She grabs Ellsworth and plants a fucking kiss on Ellsworth. After the kiss, she slaps the fuck out of him. I don't know rather to be confused. I don't know rather to be. It was. That's all I can really say. It was. And the fact of the matter is that since this here just happened out of the blue, I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen now with Ellsworth and Carmella. I know one thing. I know Big Cass was on his way to Arena to attack Ellsworth. And thank you for everybody who retweeted my tweet out there. Very funny tweet where I believe it's from, what's that fucking movie called? Damn it, with fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. I forget the name of the movie. Oh, Wolf on Wall Street. From fucking Wolf on Wall Street, where you see fucking, Leonardo, I believe it's Leonardo DiCaprio trying to fucking crawl to Lamborghini. That's fucking Big Cass right now, because he can't fucking walk. Trying to get into the car, but yeah, whatever. But, be that as it may, that's what happened, and that was it for the women tonight. Main event, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Randy Orton. Very good match. These two have very good in-ring chemistry with each other. Match was better than what I thought. This is Randy Orton's best match in months. Shinsuke Nakamura pulled a great match out of him. Very good stuff. You saw at the beginning where Randy was trying to go for the draping DDT after Shinsuke Nakamura does a little spot at the beginning where he goes all like that. So, very good match. Hard hitting. Nice superplex from the top rope from Randy Orton. Since Corey Graves is back, we heard Kinshasa from Corey Graves. 1-2-3 victory for Shinsuke Nakamura. He will face off against Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Maharaja, at Hell in a Cell. I believe, at this point, Shinsuke Nakamura should win the title. We said that about that SummerSlam, but now this match is to keep the Singh brothers out of the cell. If Shinsuke Nakamura ends up losing this match, he's special right now. And his special is wearing off a little bit because we see him on SmackDown every week. But if he loses his match against Jinder Mahal at Hell in a Cell, not saying Shinsuke Nakamura is dead, not saying they will never win the WWE Championship, but his mystique, everything about him is gone. It's gone if that happens. Let me know if you do agree about that down in the comments. But that was tonight's SmackDown. It was a fairly enjoyable show. Even though I'm sick, even though I said this was going to be a very short review, but I don't disappoint. I went about 40 minutes into this review here tonight for you guys. So, me being sick as a dog, you guys should appreciate everything that the fuck I do for you guys, as I appreciate everything that you do for me with subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. But guys, that is it. I'm going to go and get out of here. If you did like this here, be sure to leave a thumbs up like that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. That's it. SmackDown, if I had to give a rating out of 10, I probably have to give it maybe a 6. I enjoyed tonight's show. I'm probably in the minority, maybe, but you know me. Guys, I am critical. But this show tonight was actually a good SmackDown show. I enjoyed tonight's show. Mostly because of McMahon and Owens. Mostly because of the main event. Weirdly, Carmella and James Ellsworth. I enjoyed that in a sadistic, weird way. But I did enjoy that nevertheless. But guys, if you did like this here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.